Hello, guys. Good evening. Hello, everyone.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Good.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I hope you are all doing very good today. And because it's already 6:04, 6:05, we are going to start our class immediately, all right? So let's check first the date. Let's remember this is our class number 4. And today is July the 5th, okay? So level B2.2. Let's check the agenda first. I'll show you what we are going to do today. And after that, I will check the list, the attendance, to see who is connected to the class today. Okay, so first we're going to do a little short game to practice the perfect tenses. So you can identify the different tenses, either present, past, or future perfect, okay? So that is the first activity. Then on pages 18 and 19, we have the topics of the perfect verb forms. Today we're going to do a overall review of the different perfect tenses, either in present or in past, or also in the future. Where we have the explanation, we will play a board game in groups to practice this topic. And finally, a writing and speaking activity, writing and speaking practice that you can do first individually and then, of course, in pairs to ask and answer questions. Okay, so this is our program for today, our agenda. Now I will start checking the list. I will turn off my camera for a second while I check the list today. All right. Gerson Arismendi.
Hi, teacher. Present.
Hello, thank you. Jean-Claude Barrera.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Yesid Calderon.
Hello, teacher. Present.
All right, thank you. Natalia Camargo.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Andrés Correa.
Hi, teacher. Present.
Hello, thanks. Silvia Cuellar.
Present, teacher.
All right. Johan Duque. Elkin Fernández. Julián Figueroa.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Ginette Fontecha.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Let's see. Carlos Galán.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Mabel Gamboa.
Present, teacher.
Okay. José Alejandro Gómez. José Alejandro. Lisette Tarazona.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Johan. And Jose, I don't think has microphone on. All right, so I think we are all connected now. So we can begin our lesson for today. Just 1 minute. All right. So as I mentioned, we are going to review the perfect tenses today. Okay. So for that, I will send you this link. This is requires some ads. It's a website that requires some ads. So you need to allow them. If you have the ad blocker, you need to allow them so you can enter the activity, okay? But we're going to practice with a second game. It's called Ball Blaster. So you have to pop some bubbles or balls, okay? So the game is the second game, identify the perfect tense in the sentence. So you click on it. Okay, let me show you. So you can start like this, and you have a sentence. She will have studied in France in college. So you have to shoot the correct number, okay? In this case, it's number 2. Okay, so let me stop it for a second. Oh, one moment, please. Okay. Okay. All right. So again, you have the link. I'll send the link again. And you select the second game. So you have to shoot the correct number according to the... I cannot stop the sound. Okay, so like this. She will have studied in France. You have to shoot the correct number. In this case, future perfect. And you continue doing the same with all the others, okay? So once you finish or when you die, let me know how many points did you get, okay? For example, here I will lose.
Oops, this is incorrect.
And I only got 6 coins, 6 points. Okay, so let's do it for a couple of minutes, 5 minutes approximately, and then you can share your scores with me. Okay, Elkin, thank you. I see your message. Okay, I'll send you the link one more time. All right, guys, I think you had enough time to play the game and do the activity. Can you tell me what did you think about the activity? Was it easy, clear, or was it a little bit difficult for you to identify the differences in the perfect tenses? Okay, it was
Yes,
clear.
teacher. For me, it was clear. Yes.
Okay, easy. All right, excellent. Very good. So, yeah, that's a little bit like an introduction of our topic today. And for that, we're going to open our books on pages 18 and 19. Okay, so we have a long reading that I don't think we can cover today, but if we have enough time, we will do it. All right. So if we don't have time to cover the reading today, we will do it in our session tomorrow. Okay, in our class. So for now, we're going to focus on this column, this part, which is the review of perfect structures or the perfect verb forms, okay? So on page 19, we're going to start over here by reading this short paragraph. This is a comment, Simon's comment, and then we're going to answer this question. Which country is he talking about, and what are the cultural problems that he mentions in the paragraph, okay? So let's read it together and then we can check and review the perfect tenses, okay? So let's start reading. We will begin with Natalia. You can start reading the paragraph, please. Simon.
Okay, teacher. I definitely agree with you, Melissa. Many actions and gestures.
Gestures?
Gestures, okay. Gestures you usually take for granted can also have unexpected reaction. A few years ago, we moved to Jakarta, and we've been caught out in this way several times.
You continue.
When we first arrived here, I noticed that people sometimes gave me angry look in public and were sometimes rude to me at work. What I didn't realize is that I'd been standing with my hands on my hips, something I did without thinking about it.
Okay, thank you, Natalia. Stop there, please. And then we continue with Gerson, without thinking about it. The problem is?
Yes, teacher. The problem is this is a sign of arrogance, of aggression in Indonesia. This is just one example of many things we have had to learn since we moved here, like not sitting with the soles of your feet showing, not touching people's head, etc. Of course, we would like to have known these things before we came, but since those fear misunderstandings, we've all been trying hard to learn more about the culture of the country we are living in. By the end of the year, we will have been here for 5 years and it has been a fascinating learning experience so far.
Thank you very much. Okay, good. So let's read it again. I will read it and we will clarify some vocabulary, okay? So Simon says, definitely agree with you, Melissa. Many actions and gestures you usually take for granted. Remember the meaning of this phrase? To take for granted?
No, teacher.
No. In Spanish, we say dar por sentado. Okay. So, for example, I take for granted that I can, I don't know, sleep in a comfortable bed every night. Okay. I take it for granted. Like, I don't think about this is like one of my good things or privileges, but oh, it just happens, right? So I take it for granted. Lo doy por sentado. That's how we say in Spanish. So these actions and gestures that you take for granted here can have unexpected reactions elsewhere, okay, in a different part of the world. For example, he says that a few years ago we moved to Jakarta, and we've been caught out in this way several times. You know what this means? To being caught out? No?
No, teacher.
This is to be cut out, to be like surprised, okay? It's similar to be surprised, como ser sorprendido, atrapado. We've been caught out in this way several times. So he talks about some actions that he does or gestures that have unexpected reactions from people there. When we first arrived, I noticed that sometimes people gave me angry looks in public and were sometimes rude to me at work. What I didn't realize is that I'd been standing with my hands on my hips. Hips are caderas, okay? So he was standing like this with his hands on his hips. Something I did without thinking about it. The problem is that this is a sign of arrogance or aggression in Indonesia. This is just one example of many things that we've had to learn since we moved here, like not sitting with the soles of your feet showing. Do you know what are soles?
No,
If
teacher.
it talks about feet or shoes, what is the sole of a shoe?
La suela?
La suela, yes. So he was sitting with the soles of his feet showing. For example, if you sit in a chair and you have a table, like a small table in front of you, and you put your feet like this, so people can see the bottom of your shoe, like the sole of your shoe. This is very disrespectful in this culture, okay? Also, another thing that they had to do was not touch people's heads. This is also not well received, etc. Of course, we would like to have known these things before we came to Indonesia, but since those first misunderstandings, we have all been trying hard to learn more about the culture of the country we are living in. By the end of the year, we will have been here for 5 years, and it's been a fascinating learning experience so far. Okay, so it's about culture clash, right? So you have some actions that are not well received in other cultures. So now let's answer the question. What country is he talking about? Which country is he talking about?
Indonesia.
Yes, Indonesia. Indonesia. And what are some of the cultural problems that he mentions? Hmm?
In general, about behavior.
Okay, but no, particularly we have some cultural issues or actions that are mentioned here.
He had been sitting with his hands and
Mhm.
yes.
On his hips, yes, very good. This is one. What else? Do we have another one?
Not sitting with the soles of
Mhm.
or feet
Of your
showing.
feet showing, yes, good. And what else?
Touching people's hands.
Yes, touching people's hands. These are the actions or problems that are mentioned in the comment. All right. So you can see here, we have some sentences that are in bold. So what we need to do is underline the perfect tense in each sentence, okay? Let's do, I will delete here so we can have them all. And let's underline only the perfect part, the perfect tense in the sentence. For example, I will do the first. We've been caught out in this way several times. The perfect tense is we've been caught, okay? All of that. So I'll give you 2 minutes to check the others, and then we will underline them precisely or only the perfect tense in each sentence, okay? Let's have 2 minutes. All right, let's check together, okay? So, Andres, for the second sentence, what is the perfect tense?
Okay, teacher, in the second.
Andres, thank you. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, this is present perfect
Mm-hmm.
continuous. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me the words exactly? What are the words that belong to the structure?
Yes,
So,
sure. Had this had been studying?
yes, been standing. Had
Yes,
been
the
standing.
studying. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
studying. Yes.
Very good. Yes, this is had been standing, and this is the present perfect continuous. Very good. Okay, Jeanette, in sentence C.
Teacher is present perfect.
Yes, present perfect, simple.
Simple.
Mm-hmm. And what are the words that belong to this structure?
We've had.
Yes, we've had only these two. Very good.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
In the previous sentence, I think it's past perfect continuous or is
Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
This is
I was
not
checking
have.
the yes, past.
Yes, it's
Yes.
past. Yes, you are correct. Had been standing is past perfect continuous. All right, thank you. Let's see, Julian, for sentence D.
Present perfect simple.
This is, we would like to have known.
Okay.
Okay.
Is future perfect. Future.
Yeah, this is like future, form of future, would like to have known these things before we came. So the words that belong to the structure would be this, would like to have known, right? Yeah, this is not exactly like with will, but yes, it's talking about the future perfect. Don't worry, we're going to see some other examples later and review when to use each structure, okay? Let's continue with Lisette. Sentence E.
We've all been trying.
We have.
I think that's perfect, present perfect continuous.
Yes, this is the present perfect continuous. It's correct. Silvia, letter F.
Teacher, future perfect is
Yes.
that? Okay.
And the words that belong to it?
We will have been here.
Yes, will have been is the tense, the perfect tense is will have been. Very good. And finally, Jessie, letter G.
Okay, teacher. Is present perfect continuous?
The words, what are the words that belong to it?
Has been fascinating.
Yes, it's been, or it has been, right? It has been. This is not continuous, this is the present perfect. Okay, simple. Ha sido. It has been a fascinating experience. This ing is not the same as this ing, okay? Here, we all been trying, hemos estado intentando. Here is, ha sido una experiencia de aprendizaje. Okay, so here is not continuous, but is simple.
Simple. Present perfect simple.
Yes, exactly. Very good. All right, so we can see we recognize all these structures. We're going to do a short review before you can do exercises 3 and 4. So I'm going to do just a short review to see which situations do we use each structure, okay? So let's check here. Well, this one is just to review the structures. We're not going to read all of it, like the exact, but only the examples, right? So we have the present perfect. I will read the example. I have lived in Brazil. He has eaten sushi, okay? So this is an example of present perfect. Simple. Remember that these structures always include a form of the verb have, auxiliary verb have, and the verb in past participle. This is always included in the perfect tenses, right? In the progressive or the continuous tense, we always have a form of the verb to be and the main verb with the ing, okay? So, present perfect, for example, I have lived in Brazil, he has eaten sushi. The present perfect continuous, I have been teaching for 10 years, she has been living here since 2004, okay? So auxiliary verb, been, and the main verb with ing. This is the continuous form. Then we have the past perfect. So we have auxiliary verb have in past, so had, and the other verb. They had seen her before yesterday. Okay? Is the past of the past, past perfect. The past perfect continuous. The verb to be, the verb, auxiliary verb had, plus the verb be, plus ing. We had been dating a long time when we got married. Okay? This is the structure. Then we have the future perfect. Okay? The future perfect is with will, or as we saw, with also we can use would like. I will have gotten my master's degree by then. Okay? Habré obtenido mi maestría, mi título para entonces. I will have gotten my master's degree by then. And also the future perfect continuous. So we have will, auxiliary verb have, been, and verb with ing. So this is the longest structure. They will have been traveling for 3 months by the end of the year. Okay? So this is like a brief summary of the structure. I don't know if there are questions. I think this is clear for now. The structure, I think it's clear. We're going to see the uses, right? What situations do we use each one? Okay, so let's start with the connections in time. So the perfect tenses always connect like two different times, and they are done in the following way. The present perfect connects the past to the present, okay? Or to show experience. For example, I have lived in Brazil. I'm connecting something that happened in the past, but is still relevant to the present, or it can happen again in the present, okay? So this is connection between the past and the present. Then the past perfect connects two past actions, okay? So 2 points in the past are connected with the past perfect, okay? We have a past action and a past time and shows which happened first. Let's go back. I will go back to the example so we can see. They had seen her before yesterday. So not only we connect two actions, but a past action and a past time. Okay, I will repeat. We can connect two past actions. For example, I will write an example here. Okay, so okay, I connected two past actions. I had seen my mother before she went to the store, okay? I connect two past actions, but I can also connect an action in the past with a time in the past. I had seen my mother the day before yesterday. It can also be like this, right? Antier, okay? As the example that we have here. They had seen her before yesterday, okay? So this is the past perfect, connects two situations, actions in the past. And finally, we have the future perfect, okay? The future perfect can connect a past, present, or future action with a time or action in the future, okay? As we can see here, I will have gotten my master's degree by then, para entonces. Yo habré obtenido mi maestría para entonces, okay? So it's like connection of one situation in the past, present, or future with an action from the future or a time in the future, okay? So these are the connections in time for each sentence, for each tense. I don't know if it's clear, if we have questions.
It is clear, teacher.
Okay. Very good. So let's see. And here we have a short clarification that the difference between the simple and continuous tenses mainly is that the perfect tenses, the simple perfect tenses, focus on the result, okay, when something has already finished, versus the continuous tenses focus on duration, okay, when the continuation or the duration of an activity or an action, okay. This is the main difference between the simple and the continuous form. Okay, so let's review one by one very briefly, and then you can do the practice, okay? So the perfect tenses, present perfect and present perfect continuous. They are used to connect experiences from the past that are relevant to the present, or they can be incomplete in the present, okay? For that, let's take a look at the grammar box on page 116, I think, over here. Well, this is quite long. We are not going to read all of it, but just so you can identify, and if you want to read it complete, you can do it, okay? Pages 116 and 17. So the present perfect links situations in different ways, okay? When we are interested in the present result of a past action, okay? For example, oh no, the computer has crashed again. So this means it's not working now, okay? This is the result of a past action in the present. There has just been a bad accident on the M6. So this is happened in the past, but is affecting people now. So it's relevant. This is one situation where we use the present perfect simple, okay? Another situation when an action or a state happened in the past, but is still incomplete or is still in progress, okay? For example, I've been a Manchester United supporter for as long as I can remember. So this is still in progress. I'm still a Manchester United supporter, okay? Or how long have you known each other? We have known each other for many years, okay? We knew each other in the past and we continue to know each other to the present, and this is incomplete, it continues to the future, okay? So we have when is relevant, or we are interested in the result, or the action is incomplete or is still in progress, okay? Let's see. Okay, another use, when the period of time in which takes place is incomplete. So not only the situation is incomplete, but the period of time is incomplete. If I say, so far this year, there have been a number of exciting new developments. A lo largo de este año, this year is not over yet, okay? So we use the present perfect. His girlfriend has phoned him about 6 times today. Today is not finished yet, so that is why we use the present perfect, okay? When the period of time is incomplete. Okay? Are we clear? These are like the uses, the general uses of the present perfect. Keep in mind, remember that the present perfect is not used with a time that is finished. So I cannot say, have you been out last night? No, okay? This is for time periods that are not finished yet. If I say last night, how can I ask the question? Si quisiera preguntar, anoche, saliste anoche, ¿cómo sería la pregunta? Have you been out last night? No. What is the correct
Did you
question?
go?
Past simple. Did you go out last night? ¿Saliste anoche? It will be in the past simple. Very good. Okay. And we're almost finished here. So the action, another situation when the action is in the past, but is still current or relevant. Well, this is like similar to this one, right? We're interested in the present result, or is it still relevant in my mind, okay? Entonces, aquí esto va mucho de la percepción. Y en estos casos se puede usar o el pasado simple o el presente perfecto. Entonces, si yo digo, the book has sold over 1,000,000 copies. También podría decir, the book sold, sell, I don't remember. Okay, the past form of the verb sell, I forgot. Yes, so the book sold over 1,000,000 copies. O the book has sold over 1,000,000 copies. En ese caso, pues sería de percepción de quien habla, ¿no? El libro vendió 1,000,000 de copias o ha vendido más de 1,000,000 de copias, ¿ok? This is still current or relevant in my mind. Okay, and to finish the present perfect, some phrases that we can use generally with the present perfect are today, this week, this year. Some adverbs, for and since, already, just, recently, ever, or never. And phrases like twice, 3 times, dos veces, tres veces, several times, okay? These are some common phrases with the present perfect, okay? All right. And here is more like the present perfect continuous, okay? This focuses on the duration or of the action. So they generally answer the question, how long? We have been driving for 3 hours, okay? The use is the same with the continuous form. It focuses on the duration of the activity. I've been rushing all day. Have you been waiting a long time, etc. Okay? So this is the present perfect and present perfect continuous. Are we clear? When do we use them?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's see the past. Okay, the past forms. When do we use the past forms, the past perfect forms? We use it to emphasize that one action happened before another action in the past. Okay, when I got home, someone had left a message on the answer phone. Okay, so an action that happened before another in the past. This is common, this structure is common in reported speech, okay? We already studied this. She said that she had left the house before he arrived, okay? Very common in reported speech. Smith told the police he had never met the witness before that evening, okay? You can see, this is reported speech. Miranda wondered where her mother had hidden the money. Miranda se preguntaba dónde su madre habría escondido el dinero. Okay? Had hidden the money. This, remember, so the past of the past, but when we have actions in sequence, cuando tenemos una secuencia de acciones, usamos el pasado simple y no este pasado perfecto. Okay? For example, I got home, I checked the answer phone for messages, la máquina de mensajes del teléfono. So this is a clear sequence of actions. In this case, we don't use past perfect, we use past simple, okay? For sequence of events. Let's continue. Okay, this is just examples for the past perfect continuous. It's focused on the action being repeated or extended, as we already know. We had only been driving for 15 minutes when Jill asked me to stop the car, okay? This is the continuous form only focuses or reinforces that the action was repeated or extended for a period of time. Okay, this is the past perfect. I think it's clear the uses of past perfect. I don't know if you have any further questions about them. No? Okay, if you have questions, let me know, okay? This is the past perfect. And finally, we have the future perfect. We will see here. So this tense is common when we talk about goals in our future, okay? Especially in jobs, projects that we have. This is used to talk about something that will have happened by a point in the future, okay? For example, I will have been teaching for 14 years by 2024. I'm talking about experience or for a future point in time, also can be about plans or goals. I will have graduated college by 2024. Me habré graduado de la universidad para el 2024. Okay? This is the future perfect. Okay, and well, finally, this is like the new aspect what we haven't studied before are some different uses of the perfect tenses, okay? We use the future perfect when we think about one point in the future and we want to talk about the time before that, okay? As we were studying before. When her boyfriend gets her letter, she will have left. Entonces, un punto en el futuro y algo que ocurrirá antes de que este momento llegue, ¿no? Cuando su novio reciba la carta, ella se habrá ido. Okay, this is like the past of the future. Ese es el futuro perfecto, como el pasado de el futuro. Para ese momento, eso ya habrá ocurrido. Okay? This is another structure that we have not studied, this particular one. Let's take a look. So we have a sentence. When he had completed his education, he started looking for a new job. Okay? La oración originalmente sería cuando él había completado su educación, él empezó a buscar por un trabajo. Okay? We can use the verb have, in this case, having the perfect ing to mean when plus the subject. Ok, vamos a verlo otra vez. Este having resume esta idea de cuando él había completado, la traducción sería habiendo completado su educación, having completed his education, he started looking for a new job. Okay? Another one. Having studied Latin for many years, I found Italian relatively easy. Eso resume porque yo había estudiado latín por muchos años. Entonces sería, habiendo estudiado latín por muchos años, having studied Latin, I found Italian relatively easy. Okay? What is important in this particular structure? We have the sentence, when he started looking for a new job, okay? So the subject of both clauses, both sentences, must be the same. ¿Cuál es la regla de este having, el uso del having como perfecto en la oración? Que el sujeto sea el mismo. Because he had passed all his exams, his parents got him a car, okay? En este caso es diferente, ¿ok? Aquí no podemos usar esta estructura de having passed his exams. Esta la podríamos usar si dijera having passed his exams, he bought a car, ¿ok? Si acá el sujeto fuera él, he, sí podríamos usar el having, ¿ok? Aquí, por ejemplo, I had, I found. El sujeto es el mismo en las dos. Ahí sí puedo usar este having. Cuando el sujeto es diferente, como en esta, he had, his parents got him, son diferentes, no podemos usar esta estructura having, ¿ok? That is the only rule that we need to remember in this part. Do you have a question about this? particularly new topic?
No, teacher.
No? Okay, good. I think it's clear. All right. And finally, we have this pattern that is followed by the infinitive form. To meet, to have, this is the infinitive form. The perfect infinitive, to have done, this emphasizes that we are talking about an action in the past, okay? For example, I can say, I would like to meet a famous person. Esto no es perfecto, okay? You can see my screen, all of you. Let me try again. Yes, you can see the screen?
Yes,
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the, I would like with infinitive. I would like to meet a famous person. Esto habla del futuro, ¿ok? Cuando uso el perfecto to have met, esto enfatiza que es el pasado. I would like to have met John Lennon, ¿ok? Me gustaría haber conocido a John Lennon, ¿ok? This is talks about the past, ¿ok? Aquí lo comparamos igual, las dos oraciones. You should be more careful. Debería ser más cuidadoso. This is generally, not about the past. But if I use have been, you should have been more careful when you overtook that car. Debiste haber sido más cuidadoso. This, of course, talks about the past. It cannot be about the present, okay? Have been. And finally, the pattern would plus the verb perfect infinitive is used to refer to an unreal past action. Okay, let's see the example. What do we have? Would plus have got. Not would like, but would have got. This is an unreal past action. Without your help, we would never have got this far. ¿Ok? Sin tu ayuda, nunca habríamos llegado tan lejos. ¿Ok? We would never have got this far. So, would plus have plus the verb in past participle. ¿Ok? Nunca habríamos llegado tan lejos. Okay, this is like the new part, what we didn't know about the perfect forms. I don't know, do you have questions? Oh, okay. Or we can practice now. I think we can practice. I have talked for a long time, so now it's your time to practice. And if after the practice you have questions, then we will solve them, okay? Let me open the book again here on page 18. All right. Let's do this. This point number 3. We have the sentences in which phrase, just so you have a situation, and you're going to answer it with the correct sentences. In which phrases A to G, so the sentences that we have here in the text, does Simon use for this? The present perfect with an adverb that links the past to the present, okay? So you're going to analyze each situation. Let's analyze it, and then you are going to select the sentence. For example, sentence A, B, C, or D, okay? For point 3A on page 19. Let's have 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And please let me know when you are ready so we can check these answers together. All right, guys, are you ready to check?
Wait, teacher.
Okay, let's wait another minute.
I don't understand the last question, teacher.
Okay, this one, it says, okay, remember I told you a perfect infinitive. Perfect infinitive can be the only, the example that is different here is to have known, okay? We would like to have known. This is the perfect infinitive as we saw in the book. For example, here, I would like to have met. This is a perfect infinitive, okay? I would like to have done this. So that is what you mean by perfect infinitive that emphasizes a time further in the past, un tiempo en el pasado, okay? En el pasado más lejano, okay? A time further in the past. Okay, let's take one more minute and then we will check together. Okay, so let's read. Let's start checking. The first one is the present perfect with a verb which links the past to the present. What do you think it is?
Teacher, number C.
Yes, letter C. And the adverb is since, okay? So this is the adverb that is referring to. This links the past to the present. Since we moved here, we've had to learn. Okay, very good. This is letter C. The answer is C. Number 2, the present perfect referring to a period of time that is incomplete. What do you
C
think?
and G?
Yes, it's G. The answer is, I will put here, it's G. We have so far, hasta ahora, okay? So it's not complete. It continues. Good. The present perfect, 3, with the present perfect with the phrase saying how many times this has happened.
A.
Yes. Very good. Yes, Julian, A. We've got this way several times.
Why C couldn't?
Couldn't be the second one? Okay.
Yeah.
We've had to learn since we moved here. Yes, it can also be incomplete. We can also say C, but because we already use C here with a link from the past to the present, so we are trying not to repeat it, okay? But we can also say this letter C, it's an incomplete action, okay? We continue living here. All right. Okay, we say here A, right? Several times. Okay, number 4. The present perfect continues to emphasize the duration of the action.
E. We've all
We
been
have-
trying hard.
Yes, we've all been trying hard. Yes, so they have been doing it constantly. It's E. The answer is E. Okay, very good. E. Here, E. Okay, number 5. The past perfect continues to show that an action happened before another in the past.
B.
This is
B.
B, of course. I had been standing with my hands on my hips. This showed that happened before another one in the past. B. 6. The future perfect to link the present to a point in the future.
F.
This is
F.
F. F. By the end of the year, we will have been here. So it's linking it to the end of the year, right? In the future. And the last one, I told you it was D, the perfect infinitive. I would like to have met, okay? I would like to have met this person. This is the perfect infinitive, okay? All right. So before we finish the activities in the book, I want to send you to small breakout rooms and you're going to do a little game, a little practice with this board game, answering questions using all the tenses in the perfect tenses, okay? So in the link, you can find the board game. You can download it to your computers if you want. I have it here. Where is it? Okay, here. So you can have the board game. You can start here and then you finish over here. Okay, so you have questions such as how much has your English improved recently? Or another example, what had you bought before you came home yesterday? Have you been getting enough exercise? Will robots have replaced teachers by 2050? Etc., etc. Okay? So we are going to do it for 10 minutes. I think it's enough time. I will monitor your activity. You don't have to write anything. It's just a little speaking practice, answering questions with the perfect tenses, okay? So open the link so you can see the board game and download it. Remember that you can use the digital die to play, okay? So you can take turns and move with the numbers that you get for the board, okay? It's clear what we are going to do now?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Okay,
teacher.
perfect. Okay, let me see. There's one student that is not connected. I think Johan. Okay, I will put it on the list. Just 1 second. Okay, open the link and I will create the breakout rooms. Is there anyone connected from 2 devices?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay. Okay, you can go to the breakout rooms.
Ya se puede.
Hello? Yes, you can share your screen now. Sorry.
Okay, Tej, thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
All right.
Um, okay, me. The second question:
Okay.
there are any blogs you have been in the moment? I haven't been any blogs. You hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next. Number 6. Is it?
Me?
Is it correct? Number 6.
Yes, I don't have any problem. Ask me, please.
Pueden ver mi pantalla, creo que. I think you can.
No.
I don't know why. Because it say your screen share is loading.
You
Uh,
can try again.
or
Yeah.
or list or
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
We can see it.
So is it number 3? Is
Okay. Have you learned any language before you start to learn English? In my case, no. I I I don't.
I hadn't. No, I hadn't.
I I
Mhm.
hadn't learned any language before.
Mhm.
Only English.
okay. Who's next?
Me.
Inet?
No, it's it.
Please.
Oh, okay.
How
First.
much has your English improved recently? I think it has improved a lot. I feel more confident.
Okay.
Compañera.
So,
Me.
okay. Number
Okay, are there any blogs you have been following? Uh, Recently, no. Uh, I haven't been following blogs because I don't uh, watch videos. So yes.
Course started.
Yes.
No, in all of my life, I don't have the opportunity to learn in English. So this course is my first time learning English.
Okay.
Okay.
Teacher, a question.
Yes, tell me.
He said, I don't have
Okay.
the correctly will be I didn't have.
I didn't have or I hadn't had
I,
because
yeah.
you already
I hadn't
have,
had, yeah.
yes, I hadn't had the opportunity to learn English until now. Okay, so no había tenido. Yes, hadn't had.
Now your turn, Mabel.
Yes, it's my turn. Number 4 again. How long had you been learning English before this course started? Yes.
Okay, sorry to interrupt. The question is how long? So the time. You don't we don't answer yes, but how long? So the duration. I had been learning English for 5 years, or I only have been learning English since November, okay? So it's the duration. ¿Cuánto tiempo? How long?
Okay.
Definition.
Maybe since when I started to to school.
Okay, so you can say I had been learning English since I started high school.
Yes. Gerson?
Okay, 5. So, how long will you have lived here at the next year? Okay.
Okay, how long will you have been living here at the end of the year? Living here means in this city, okay?
Yes,
So
teacher.
by the end of the year.
Okay. At the end of the year, I will have I will have been living for 5 years in the city.
Yes. So by the end of the year, I will have been living in Bucaramanga for 5 years. It's correct.
Thank you, teacher.
Julian?
Sorry.
3, 1, 2, 3.
How long have you been English for? Well, I had been learning English since around. Obviously, I think that all of us had same class in primary or secondary, but I had been learning English about 2 or 3 years ago in a particular way for myself. But
Okay.
in a course like that, since November, when I start the course.
Okay. When we say by myself, we can say self-taught, como autoenseñado, autodidacta, self-taught.
Okay. But when I say by myself, is understanding, but obviously it's correct. I don't know.
Yes. So people can understand by yourself. I do it by myself. Yes, it can be possible, but I understand it more like you do it alone. Yes, by myself, it's like solo de que no estoy acompañado de nadie, no solo de que fui autodidacta, sino como estoy literalmente solo en un espacio, ¿ok? By
Self-taught.
myself. But in this case, self-taught es como autodidacta, que se entiende que fuiste tú mismo quien te estabas enseñando. Yes.
Okay.
Que tiene, que pasó en el en el pasado, pero pues que tiene todavía injerencia en el presente. Okay, let's continue.
Okay.
So have you made, no, it's okay. Let's,
Number 3.
number 3.
Yes.
Which one? What is the question?
Don't know.
Well,
What is your question?
I don't
what
remember. I
was the
think
last
was,
question? No.
for me, I think was, had you learned any language before you start to learn English? And
All right, I think everyone is back in the meeting. Very good. Okay, guys, excellent. So let's take a look at this activity. This activity is on the folder B2.2. So I will send you the link. You can check the activity. Please do not edit this document. Download it to your computers so you can edit your version and upload it again. Okay, so please do not edit the one that I uploaded. Okay, so we are going to do some writing practice. This will be also in pairs and also will be individually. So the first part, we have 7 sentences, okay? In this part, you have to complete the sentences to make them true for you. The documents will be individual. You have to upload, each of you will have to upload your own version, okay? So, for example, this year I've been trying to, and you complete it with an idea that is true for you. By the end of the year, I would like to have met, etc. Okay? So they have 7 sentences that are going to be individual. Also, we have 6 more questions that you are going to ask a classmate, okay? So you have to ask the question and write his or her answer. For example, how many messages have you sent today? So I say, I have sent 15 messages today. So my partner writes, Laura has sent 15 messages today, ¿ok? Entonces, debo escribir el nombre de la persona y su respuesta usando, pues, el tiempo perfecto apropiado. So, now you will have time to work in pairs. I will create the groups, the couples, to ask the questions and answer, ¿ok? Yo creo que en estos minutos que nos quedan, 10 o 15 minutos, pueden hacer la parte en grupos y la parte individual será como tarea, asignación. Entonces, mañana tendrán tiempo de subir su documento hasta mañana antes de la clase, ¿ok? Hasta las 6 de la tarde. ¿Ok? Por ahora, entonces vamos a trabajar en la parte en parejas, pues para que alcancemos a preguntarnos y respondernos. Esta parte número 1, que es individual, la pueden completar mañana y suben el documento. Por favor, lo descargan y lo vuelven a cargar con su nombre en el documento. Por ejemplo, Laura you need those perfect forms, okay? Lo descargamos, lo editamos y lo volvemos a subir, okay? So now you can work on the second part, okay? With the groups in couples. Okay, do you have questions, guys, about this, the activity?
Teacher, it's clear.
Okay, let's have the groups because we only have 10 minutes. So let's do it. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go to the groups again. Okay, hello guys. Because you are 3 students, so you are going to rotate. For example, Jeanette asks Johan, Johan asks Jean-Claude, and Jean-Claude asks Jeanette, okay? So you take turns. Mhm.
Okay, teacher. So I start.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay. Johan, how many messages have you sent today?
Esperen, esperen, muchachos, esperen, yo tengo una pregunta. ¿Podemos editar el documento?
Creo que
No.
toca descargarlo.
Hay que descargarlo.
Yes.
Ah, ok.
Ok. I have sent 30 messages today. As this,
Okay, thank you.
I think you can only ask the question once and then all of you answer and the other take notes, right? So for example, the question is number 1, how many messages? So now Jeanette answers and for example, Jean-Claude takes notes. Yes? So you only ask the question once and all of you answer, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Yes?
Okay.
Okay, teacher. So
You?
I don't know.
Yes.
Probably yes. 150 messages today. I have sent 150 messages today.
150. Okay. Let me write. What happened? Mm,
10 message. Teacher, one question.
Hello. Tell
Okay,
me.
we have a tube about the answer. We have to do one answer for one question or 2 answers for one question. This means to answer Natalia and
I
on this
understand.
means
So,
they
Gerson, you edit your document, 2 documents, okay? Cada uno trabaja en su documento. So,
Okay.
Gerson, you write Natalia's, and Natalia, you write Gerson, okay?
Okay.
okay.
So, both upload a document. Ambos deben subir cada uno su documento, okay?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Con las respuestas, todas las 6 respuestas
Del
del
otro,
otro
yes.
compartimiento. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Okay. In my case, okay. Sorry. Could you repeat the question? I don't write.
Okay, don't worry. How many messages have you sent today? For me, today I sent around 50 message. So, and you?
50. Okay,
Yeah.
50 message. Okay.
And you?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I have I have sent moment mm, 5 5 messages.
Hello, tell me.
Yeah, we have a question
Mhm.
about the what is the best way to answer this question? How long have you been learning English when you start this course? For
Mhm.
example, Mabel said
I have.
have she has, sorry. In that case, I have,
No, she
but
had
I don't know if it's correct to say that. All right, all right.
had because había estado aprendiendo antes. Is past perfect. Okay?
Teacher, aquí aplica lo de con lo mismo que me preguntan, con eso mismo respondo.
Exactly. Yes. Here
That's
and
okay.
always. Aquí y siempre. Okay?
Okay, teacher. It was
Yes.
our
Mhm.
question. Thanks for
All
your
right.
help.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Molly. So, can you continue with your answer, please?
Okay.
No one, no one.
O
Someone is like alguien.
someone or anyone spoke
Any
teacher.
Yes, tell me.
If we want to say like I hadn't spoken to, digamos, no había hablado con alguien, spoken to someone or anyone.
I hadn't spoken to someone, alguien, anyone, a nadie. Okay?
Okay, okay.
To anyone. Mhm.
we could put no one.
Yes, also no one, it's possible. I hadn't talked to, I had talked, no, okay. Hadn't talked to anyone or I had talked to no one. Okay. Entonces, lo voy a escribir okay. Had talked to no one, hadn't talked to anyone. Okay. El any siempre requiere una negación antes. Hadn't talked to anyone. El no requiere esa negación. Okay. Entonces, had talked to no one.
So, and the correct hadn't talked. Okay, so the correct answer is she hadn't talked to
Anyone.
anyone
Mhm.
by that hour because she was in class.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 4 is for me.
Yes.
Don't look like you have your mobile. I bought my phone in December, I think. So I have
Since
had
what?
my
Sorry,
since December.
December,
So
the last year.
yeah, last year, the 2022.
Sorry,
So
the last year. No, the last year. Okay,
okay,
since December.
I have had
¿Qué has estudiado?
They said hasn't.
I think it isn't the first time he has studied.
Yes. This isn't the first time that Lisette has studied past continuous.
Is hasn't had.
This sería como es la primera vez que has estudiado el pasado continuo, pasado perfecto. No, no lo es. Entonces, no es la primera vez. It isn't the first time Lisette, no. It isn't, no es.
Quiere borrarle el set, yo sí.
Isn't. The first
Yes.
time. Mhm.
It isn't.
Yes. Mhm. Yes.
The first time.
That Lisette has studied.
That is it.
Has studied.
Studied. English. Okay. The last one. Okay.
Okay, yes, it. Is there anything you wish you hadn't said this week?
Okay. I don't remember. Nothing. In the moment, I don't remember anything which I had said this week. You?
No, I think no. No,
No?
it's it for me.
Okay, we are waiting for the rest of the students to come back. Listen, do not worry if you didn't finish the questions. No nos preocupemos si no terminamos las preguntas. La parte en grupos la dejan hasta donde hayan llegado. 3, 4 preguntas, no hay problema. Y pues mañana pueden completar la parte individual, ¿ok? Entonces, escriben la terminación de las oraciones y por favor suben los documentos. Nuevamente a esta carpeta voy a mandarles el enlace con su nombre como nombre de documento al principio, ¿ok? Entonces mañana hasta antes de la clase, antes de las 6, por favor lo pueden subir, ¿ok? Lo de la parte en grupo, si no terminaron, está bien, no se preocupen, ¿listo? Lo que deben terminar es la parte individual. ¿Ok?
Okay.
All right,
Okay, thank
guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.